Hey, I hope everyone is doing great. I am feeling so blessed to be here right now, and I hope you feel the same. God has been so good to me since the start of the year. He's been so good to my family. He's been so good to my friends. And I know He's been good to you because we're all alive and well. Glory be to God. So, with that being said, today we're reading from Ecclesiastes and we're reading from Ecclesiastes 8. Okay? So, who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. I counsel thee to keep the king's commandment, and that in regard of the oath of God. We should honor God and his commandments and live by them. We know in this life there are going to be things that are going to tempt us, and I was tempted by those things. I am coming from a place where I was caught up in just about everything. I was caught up in so many things, like, from the age of 17. If I should start telling you things that I have done, you would be like, how is she now right here talking about God? That is how glorious God is. That is how God works, right? A wise man, right, who knoweth the interpretation of a thing. A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine. Everything that you have gone through will let you shine as a person. Every experience, that is what is going to take you up to your next level. In order for you to shine, you have to go through everything. You have to go through the pain. You have to go through the disappointments. You have to go through the heartbreaks. You have to go through the rejections. You have to go through all of that in order for you to shine and fall in alignment with your full purpose. That's how you're going to know who you are. That's how you're going to know what God created you to do. Okay? Verses 3. Be not hasty to go out of his sight. Stand not in an evil thing, for he doeth whatsoever pleaseth him. For where the word of a king is, there is power. And who may say unto him, what doest thou? Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing, and a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment. We all know God's plans are the only plans that really matter. And we cannot see what God's plans are. So in order for you to be in alignment with the purpose that God has already preordained over your life, you have to maintain a relationship with him. And he will do as he pleases, whenever he pleases, however he sees fit. Whenever he decides to do something, he's going to do it, and nothing can stop it. I do apologize for the noise, but the baby, he doesn't want to sleep. He wants me to come lay down with him. So I'm doing this, and then I'm going to go put him to bed. So, yeah, back to what I was saying. So we keep God's commandments, and we will see that he will continue to protect and keep us, just like he did for Saul, before Saul, decided he was going to go against God's will. Just like he did for David, just like he did for Solomon, just as he did for Daniel. He will do the same for you, but you have to respect his commandments. You have to live by them. You have to try your best to live by these words, right? Verse 6, because to every purpose there is time and judgment. Therefore the misery of man is great upon him. Verses 7, for he knoweth not that which shall be, for who can tell when it shall be? So this all goes to say, in verses 5 it says, a wise man discerneth both time and judgment. So when you gain wisdom and knowledge and understanding, you will know when to act, when not to act, what to say, what not to say. You will know these things, right? And the only person that truly knows what shall be tomorrow is God. So you need to put your faith in him and let him work. So God will decide when it is time for you to start that new business, when it's time for you to get that new promotion, when it is time for you to embark on a new journey, when it is time for you to start writing that book, when it is time for you to, do something new, when it is time for you to drop the company of some people. God will decide, and he will show you this when the time is right. So do not worry about it. Pray about it and leave it all to God. So it was my absolute pleasure sharing this with you today. Do have a blessed rest of day, and God be with you all.